Hello everybody, so today I want to show you how to find the domain of this one. We know that the domain of arcsin that should be from negative number 1 to positive number 1. That means inside of this one in here should be greater than or equals to negative number 1 and smaller than or equals to number 1. Now we put negative number 3 for the left and for the right, so we have positive number 3 in here. This one we have number 2, this one we have number 4. Now in this one, when we cancel the absolute value in here, we have two scenarios. That is about the first one, that is for the positive in here. And the second one, that is for the negative. So in this case, they will go like this. Because the negative, when we put inside the absolute value, they will become the positive number in here. But this one, negative number 2 is bigger than negative number 4. That's why we need to change the sign in here. Now we go to the first one. We minus number 3 for the both sides. So we have negative number 1. Now in this case, we need to consider about s minus number 1. We have s minus number 1 equals to number 0. That means we have number 1 in here. So coefficient of s, that is about positive number 1. So the sign of this one, we have positive. From here to here, we have negative. So in this case, we have two scenarios. The first one, that is s greater than number 1. So that means we have the positive. So when we cancel the absolute value, they will go like this. So I will put negative number 1 on the left, on the right. So we have positive number 1. So we have number 0. This one we have number 2. S minus 2s. We have negative s. So in this one, we divide both sides by the negative. So they will go like this. So we compare this one and condition in here. So that means they don't have solution in here. Now let's go to scenario number 2. That is about s is smaller than or equals to number 1. So this is about number 1. So when we cancel the absolute value, we need to put the negative go in here. So we have negative s plus number 1. This one we have negative 2s and positive number 1. Now we minus number 1 for the both side, we have negative number 2. This one we have number 0. Negative s with negative 2s, we have negative 3s. Later that we divide both sides by negative number 3, and then we change the sign, and they go in this way. And we compare this one and this one in here, and we can see that this one, that is about the solution, because this interval belong to this interval in here. So we have the first one. Now we go to this one. So we put negative number 3 for the left and for the right. So this one we have negative number 5. This one we have negative number 7. Now we consider about this one. We do the same. In this one in here, for the first scenario, that is s is greater than number 1, so we cancel the absolute value. So we put negative number 1 go to the left, go to the right, so we have negative number 4. This one we have negative s. This one we have negative number 6. Then we divide both sides by negative number 1. So we change the sign in here. And we can see that this one inside of this one. So we have one solution in here. Now let's go to scenario number 2. That is about this one. So when we cancel the absolute value, we have negative s plus 1. So we put number 1 go to the left, go to the right. So we have negative number 6. This one negative number 3s. This one we have negative number 8. Then we divide both sides by negative number 3. And we can see that this one outside of this one, so no solution. Now we combine this one and this one, so we have the final answer in here. This is the end. Thank you for watching.